Louisiana versus all y'all. Jarrett Roser here with former U-High and LSU running back Nick Brossette, who I joke occasionally I think was also our first ever NOLA.com Tom's-Picayune Baton Rouge area player of the week when I first came back to South Louisiana forever ago. Now you were still an underclassman at U-High at that point, and now you're back in Baton Rouge again and training some of these young guys. And we're going to talk about a lot of that stuff, the journey since finishing up at LSU, as well as what you're up to now. But, good to see you. I just saw you like a week or so ago. But how's everything been going, man?
Everything's going well, just training kids and stuff like that. Just giving back to the youth and, enjoying this beautiful weather outside and everything. And, just living life a little bit.
Yeah, it has been a fantastic couple of days in Baton Rouge. It feels like it's close to a week now where I've had my doors and windows open as much as possible.
Exactly. The same way I'm feeling.
And so I want to come back to in more detail some of what you're up to now, working with some area kids and training them up. But I do want to get straight to the fact, hopefully this weather continues because you've got some events here Wednesday, Thursday that are going to be kind of your biggest sessions working with some of these youth guys. Tell folks a little bit more about that, just what's up, and obviously they can get in touch with you for more registration information as well.
Yeah, so I'm hosting a camp with BREC Park and everything. It's going to be at Cathy Park Drive on O'Neill Lane, and so I'm training kids and having a little kids camp, spring football camp, from ages 7 through 14, and I'm basically just trying to give back to the kids, just teach them some things, some fundamentals, and also have a good time and stuff like that. So the camp. I think the registration and everything, you can go register on BREC Park, or you can call Cathy Park Drive and register through there and things like that. It's a day camp, 2-day camp. It starts at 7 a.m. and it ends at 5:30. But they're gonna have things doing. BREC gonna have things for the kids to do, and then I'm gonna show up somewhere around 10 o'clock. And then it'll end somewhere around 2 for me and stuff. So I'm excited about it, and I can't wait to get to work with the kids.
Yeah, so for all those kids that are on spring break and their parents are trying to figure out how to get them out of the house for a couple of days, go drop them off with you and the folks at BREC.
Exactly, and we're gonna have a blast.
As I mentioned, we'll come back to more of kind of what got you into that and how much you're enjoying that aspect. Yeah. But I guess let's jump back a couple years. You and I are together as the NFL draft winds up, and you tell me you're going to be signing undrafted free agent rookie with the Patriots, and you had a chance to spend some time up there, and then with the Lions. Just kind of take me through some of those early experiences and getting a chance to go work in the NFL a little bit, and what you picked up from those opportunities that is kind of made you better prepared for maybe a next opportunity or what else is ahead.
Right. I will start by saying this, LSU prepared me well when I entered the NFL, things like that. It wasn't a big adjustment, but, everybody had equal talent. So you really have to put in the work in the classroom, just knowing football in and out. And, I was really just soaking up the knowledge from the older guys, the veterans and things like that. And I was having a blast, having a good time and stuff like that. The biggest thing is just being prepared, just going to work, having fun with it, but also being prepared, knowing what you're doing every day, and just working at your craft, That's really about it.
You went from being the record-setting LHSA, Louisiana high school runner, to having to really wait your turn in purple and gold, and then had that huge senior year where you explode for over 1,000 yards and one of the few LSU running backs to hit that point and set yourself up. When you kind of go through that whole progression, we talked about it some, I guess, that senior year, but the ups and downs, and then you have a chance at the NFL, but you're still kind of like battling your way through. You went on to the XFL, and then COVID shuts that thing down, or everything gets shut down. What kind of a roller coaster has some of this been, and what have been some of those aspects you've been able to learn through, some of the high moments, but also some of the lows to keep grinding through it?
Right. I would just say, you're gonna go through adversity. I've been through adversity in my entire career, my life, and stuff like that. But you just have to still continue to work and just stay focused. You just have to put those blinders on, just keep doing what you're doing, and everything will fall in place. You just have to be strong. It's at this point it's a business, so you just have to just focus on yourself and just keep preparing and then mentally wise, just always, be aware of things and just keep focusing and keep grinding, keep working hard.
Is that the biggest? I mean, whether it be with some of these young guys or even guys that are just a couple years younger than you, maybe like Ty and John and those guys going through LSU now, in terms of biggest advice you can pass through to those next generations of running backs or youth guys, is that sort of focus and adversity the biggest piece to you that stands out, or what are some of the other things that you may pass on to those next guys?
Yeah, just adversity, just fighting through adversity, I would say. Just being focused, just working on your craft, and also just enjoy the game of football. It's a one of a lifetime thing. Football always not going to be there for you. So at the moment, you just have to enjoy it with your brothers and everything, and just continue to work and just come to work every day prepared and be ready to go. And when your number's called, you got to make plays.
You had a chance, as I mentioned, with the XFL to have, make some plays there. And then like everything else, things came to a screeching halt last April, late March into early April. What was that stretch like? And kind of as you sort of took a look at, all right, well, what does the future hold for Nick Brossette? What were some of those probably nights of prayer and conversations with mom and stuff like that, as you figured out, all right, where do we go from here?
Yeah, when COVID first hit, it was crazy because like we was preparing for a game. I think we was going to be playing on a Saturday, and we had practice that Thursday, just like late March, and then next thing you know, we had a big meeting, and everybody was talking about COVID and everything, and then literally the next day, they sent us home. And that was like, all right, continue to work out. We're going to call y'all back. So y'all better be in shape because y'all have a condition test when y'all get back. So a month later passed by. Next thing you know, haven't heard anything. The whole league shut down. It was crazy. And from there, I just continue to work out and just, continue to pray and stuff like that. But, COVID took everything, it threw everything in a loop. So, I just continue to work out right now, just try to give back to kids and stuff like that, just to motivate them because, I was there at one point in my life, and, just be there for them and just preparing for the next level or the next journey they taking as well. And, I'm really just trying to give back and just stay in shape and you never know what would happen.
Yeah, and so this will be your first big session like this, but you have been training with some guys
Right.
prior to this on kind of a smaller scale. What has been up since then, and how did that transition start for you to start kind of getting your feet wet a little bit on the coaching side of things?
Yeah, so I started training kids maybe I would say like maybe 2 or 3 months ago, and I started at Elite Football Academy. It used to be Old Traction right there on Airline. And ever since then, I've been enjoying it. Business picking up, kids are coming, and I'm enjoying it, giving back to kids and just giving them my knowledge of the game, and also it keeps me in shape as well because I work out with the kids and stuff. So I'm excited about this journey as well. But you never know what the future holds.
Are you still keeping a pretty close eye on, all right, what are going to be some opportunities to go maybe to try and get on with an NFL team? What is that side of things like for you in terms of trying to keep track of some opportunities and go pursue that sort of thing?
Yeah, I have a couple teams that's interested in the CFL and things like that. But I kind of want to start my coaching career. So I kind of been leaning towards that. But like I said, you just never know what the future holds and stuff like that. And like I said before, I'm just trying to give back to the kids and motivate them in a way, because I was one of them before, one of those kids before, and I had a lot of people in my life motivate me and get me prepared for the college level and everything else. So that's like my big goal right now and stuff like that. So yeah.
I was going to ask you, we were at a high school game. I want to say it was Madison Prep in Westville in like October or November. And at halftime, some of those like middle school age, maybe ninth grade guys are over there clowning around. And one of them kind of looks you up and down. Is like, I could tackle you, right? And his friend's like, dude, that dude played for the Patriots. Like, leave him alone. And so to see that moment, and I just am like, what about that made you think, yeah, I want to work with these youngsters, these cocky little dudes that are already trying to tackle professionals. But a lot of it is looking back to the folks that helped you along the way.
Right. Like kids like that, they bring a smile to my face and stuff because they try to challenge me. So I have to kind of tell them, like kind of put them in a place and stuff. But at the end of the day, it's all fun and games and we all just joking around. And well, I like kids like that, try to challenge me and everything. And like, with kids, when I work out kids, they bring a smile on my face, they bring energy. So I have to give it back to them and stuff too. So like I said, I'm enjoying the process right now, and we'll see what happens in the future.
I know it's going to be tough to kind of put you on the spot because you'll never be able to list everybody. But when you think of some of those people that really made an impact for you along the way, who would be some of those people at different ages that stand out? And as you go through some of this, working with these young guys, you remember those moments and just kind of, again, moments that made an impact on you.
Yeah, I had a lot of people in my life that impacted me and stuff. I'll first say my older brother. He was, like my father figure and everything, always on me and stuff. And also my godfather, Aaron Sutton. He actually coached at Madison Prep and stuff. He was just as bad, on me every day. But that's what I needed, and I feel like that's what all kids need. Need that person in their life to push them, to motivate them, make sure they're doing the right things. I said another couple of guys I would say is Chad Mahaffey, Andy Martin, all those guys. Just making sure I'm doing the right thing and just on and off the field. And I appreciate everybody that been in my life and led me to the right place.
So now with some of these sessions, what can some of those kids expect? And I don't need you to necessarily get into a full itinerary sort of thing, but in terms of what that work looks like for a youth age group, as you try and just give them something to walk away with and be better, coming out than they came in with. What are some of the things that y'all are focused on?
Just knowing the fundamentals of just like running, playing football, speed and agility type of workouts and stuff like that. But also, we also gonna play games and have fun with what we're doing and stuff. So it's gonna be a little bit of both. I want them to enjoy the process, but also learn and for me to give back my knowledge to them.
And obviously you have other plans down this avenue. You mentioned you're going to continue to train. And I know we've talked kind of behind the scenes about other things, but obviously keep an eye on a lot that you have kind of in mind, potentially soon to come around the Baton Rouge area.
For sure. I got a couple camps coming up. I said my first camp start tomorrow. Going to be Wednesday through Thursday, and I'm still continuing to train kids and stuff. So anybody can get in touch with me through my social media, my Twitter and Instagram, and just come to me. I'll work out their kid and give back my knowledge and make sure they're heading in the right direction.
Have you had a chance to keep much of an eye on LSU of late? I'm sure during the season you're watching games, but I know you're over there and Derek Stingley Sr.'s over there, and Greg McMahon's son was working out the day that I stopped by and hung out with y'all for a little bit. So I'm sure there's a lot of kind of eyes on the Tigers and excitement to see what kind of bounce back they can have. What's kind of your feeling on where that program is right now and the opportunity for them in 2021?
I think they're doing really good right now. I think they're gonna have a great bounce back year. I'm excited to watch them play. I'm excited about that running back room with Ty and John and them. I'm excited about the quarterbacks and everything. So overall, I think they're gonna have a really good season, and I can't wait to watch them.
Who's a guy on that roster right now that you feel like maybe fans don't realize they're going to have the type of year that you think they can have in the fall? You going into senior year, you had told me, you know, I don't know that people realize, but I think I'm going to have a really good year. And you kind of flew under the radar. And again, you end up going for over 1,000 yards. Do you see a guy like that you feel kind of quietly confident they're ready to take that step?
I feel confident about Todd Davis. You know, I really think he's gonna have a great year. You know, he had a good year last year. You know, but this year I feel like he's gonna bounce back and be ready to go. And I can't wait to watch him tote the rock.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, good deal, man. I appreciate you chatting a little bit and getting a chance to talk about what you've been up to as well as now what's ahead working with some of these kids, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man.
Always. Again, he's Nick Brossette, former U-High record-setting running back, went on to LSU and had a great career in purple and gold. And now keeping an eye on that professional side as well as starting to work with some of these kids and coach up those next generations to come follow his footsteps.
Yep.
And for Louisiana versus all y'all, Jarrett Rosa.